Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Let's see if it's working. Alhamdulillah. Wa alaikum salam. Just making sure it's working. Wa alaikum salam, Yusra. Wa alaikum salam, Karima. Wa alaikum salam for your beats. Alhamdulillah, it's working. This is my first ever live. Wa alaikum salam from Indonesia. Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum from the UK. It is 9:30 here. Just wait for some, see if anyone else joins. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. So today I'm going to speak about this question that everybody asks me. A lot of people ask me the same question over and over and over again. Why Islam? When there's so many different religions on this planet, why did you choose Islam? Well, I'm going to answer that question. So basically, I chose Islam because I always believed in a creator since I can remember. I went to church and it never connected. I never connected with the teachings of the church. So I was lost. I was lost, very lost when it come to knowing who the creator was. Telling me that the creator is a man, a white man with a beard, and I didn't believe for 1 minute that the creator of the heavens, the earth, just never believed that a man could have created anything on the earth and anything other in the universe. So when they were telling me that Jesus is God or the creator, I never believed that Jesus was the creator of mankind. So this is the thing. So when you believe in a creator, but you don't know who the creator is, then you become lost within yourself. And one of the things that attracted me to Islam is the sense of believing in all the prophets, as in Jesus, Noah. This is not something that people tell you when they talk about Islam in the groups that I hung about with. They never told you that Jesus is a part of Islam, and that Noah is a part of Islam, and Moses, and etc. So kind of the concept of Jesus in Islam is what brought me to the reality that Islam was the religion that I wanted to follow. Even though I didn't want to be a Muslim at that time, I kind of tried my best to not become Muslim, but you have to follow the truth, alhamdulillah, and sometimes you've got to bite the bullet. You've got to go with your heart instead of going with your brain, alhamdulillah. So when people ask this question, why Islam, I don't know whether they're being sincere or they're just saying it to be sarcastic. Sometimes it's hard to work people out because why Islam? But it's a good question, and in this day and age, with all the stuff that's going on, there's many reasons why people are doubting, because what some of our brothers and sisters are doing around the world. But inshallah, Islam is built on Tawheed, which is the oneness of God. So believing in a creator outside of the universe, which created mankind, is something that I always were looking for. On my way, on my journey to becoming Muslim, this is what I was looking for. But always believing in a creator and finding out who your creator really is, and that is all merciful and the most forgiving and the most, who's keeping these teachings away from the people who believe in the creator. Alhamdulillah, it's shocking. What is hard for you to what was it hard for you to accept? What were you thinking during that process? Yeah, it was one of the hardest things I ever did, because Islam to me was this alien religion come from Pakistan, and I thought the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was a Pakistani, and at that time, when I was going through that process, it was only later on I realised that it was from Saudi Arabia, and it's crazy. So yeah, it was very, very hard. I didn't want to be a Muslim because of the social norms, because I was a part of a pub group which we met every so often. We met every week at the pub, and so it was hard. Yeah, it was hard. It was hard because I was thinking in my head, is that could I be a Muslim and still go to the pub, and could I be a Muslim and still do some of the stuff that I was doing, working as a bouncer on the nightclubs, and it's only after when you accept Islam you realise that you don't want to do these things anymore. It's not whether you can do them; it's you don't want to do them because you want to follow your Creator from the way He's taught us, not from the way we think. Because sometimes we like to put our own little spin on things, and it's just alhamdulillah, when you follow the Creator, only peace will be with the Creator, and that is a fact in my eyes, because I've seen it for myself. What I was thinking during this process was exactly that. Do I have to stop going to the pub? Do I have to stop talking to my friends? Do I have to stop? Can I still be friends with my family? Can I still talk to my family? Out of curiosity, Aki, Walaikum salam, Jake. I don't know why you retracted your thingy. Answer. When you first reverted, did you feel alone at first? It's not just when I first reverted. It was a long process of loneliness because you've took yourself away from what you know. All I knew was the pub was normal. All I knew that hanging about with my friends that was my norm. And when you took myself away from it, yes, I did become lonely because all I had was me and my thoughts at that time. But walaikum salam. At that time, uh, so loneliness at first, yes, because you're not fully. At first, you're not fully connected with Allah Subhanahu wa Taala because you don't know him, you don't know his attributes, you don't know. All you know is that you believe in one God. Uh, all you do, and you believe that the Prophet Muhammad was the last messenger. That's like, so you are. That's all you know. So yeah. Answering that question, Jake. Yes, I do talks about my story of being a part of the English Defence League and being a part of becoming Muslim because it people are just like shocked when you tell them that you was a part of the English Defence League and then you become Muslim and it's just a turnaround and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I do. I kind of do talks and stuff. Alhamdulillah. Uh, Walaikum salam, Ishmael. I just want to teach other people, and even some of my friends who are still Tommy Robinson fans. I just want to teach them that we all can live together, and we can all get on. We don't need to argue about stuff that half of the time the person don't even know what they're talking about. I don't like this division. I'm more of a person who likes to come together, whether you're Muslim, not Muslim, Christian, Jewish. It don't bother me. None of that. Anyone who tries to divide me, I kind of block them on Facebook or I don't talk to them. One thing in life you've got to realize is that you can choose who you talk to and you can choose who you can spend your time with. And the Prophet ﷺ spoke about this in very much details. In very big details so alhamdulillah. In our times things are not what they may appear. The people is fed disinformation and it requires discerning eyes and mostly art to find the truth. Yeah, so yes, you are correct. In this time we have a thing called the media. The media likes to push out its own narrative where the money is. It's not even bothered about people's lives. It's not bothered about humanity. All it's bothered about is pushing out a story which can uh, earn money, which people will buy the paper, buy or watch the news. Because anyone who was in my position where you hated Islam, you was always looking for that vice of you're always looking for you're always looking for something that goes against Islam rather than something that. And if you speak good about Islam in the media, people won't read the paper. It's the same with every news. Every news is negative. No news is good news. That's what my mum used to say. Alhamdulillah. So are the talks towards your local community, etc.? Yes, they are. So next week I will be doing a talk in my local church, bringing communities together. Alhamdulillah. And that's the all aim of the game. But as for 4 years I was trying to bring this divide of us against them sort of narrative, Walaikum salam, Ryan. Walaikum salam, Yasmin. So yeah, so they, alhamdulillah, so this, why Islam, I put it as a caption, is because a lot of people ask me, a lot of people do say, because I've got a lot of friends who don't like Islam, or they're not Muslim, and they always say, "Oh, why would you pick Islam over Christianity?" And the simple answer is a logical one. The Creator cannot be a human being to create himself and in his own, so logical mindset. That's what made me come to Islam, was through logical reasoning. Whether I liked Islam or I didn't like Islam, I came to Islam because I believed in one God, and I believed that Muhammad was the last messenger. And to this day, it's the best thing that I've ever done. Even though when I took my shahada, I didn't want to take my shahada. I didn't want to be a Muslim. Actually, when I took my shahada, I was thinking to myself, you know what? I'm not going to tell anyone I'm a Muslim. I'm going to still live my old life. But it didn't work out like that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had a different plan for me. What happened was somebody videoed my shahada, and they put it online, and that's how everybody found out. Walaikum salam, Nisa Hussein. Has Islam improved your ways of connecting with races other than yours? Yes, it certainly has. Alhamdulillah. One of the scariest things is that when the New Zealand attacker did what he did, and then he put his manifesto, and I read the manifesto, a lot of the things I would have agreed with his manifesto when I was a part of the EDL. So one of the scariest, it home that week, man. I had to really had to think and reflect on how did I used to think like that. But you got to understand, what you got to understand is that I was radicalized by the people around me, man. I wasn't reading books. All I was doing is listening to everyone around me. So yeah, it has improved a lot. I don't, even though when I refer to the Muslims now, I don't just refer to the Pakistanis, because all I thought Muslims were Pakistanis, and I thought the Prophet Muhammad was a Pakistani. Sallallahu Assalamu alaikum, my mate Muhammad. Walaikum salam, bro. Walaikum salam already. Walaikum salam, Khadija Dawa. Yes. Do you speak Arabic? Little bit of Arabic. What is your most favorite surah in the Quran? And what part of the deen are you most interested in? Are you Tajweed? That's a good question. So basically, my favorite surah of the Quran is the Al-Baqarah, when it talks about people being blind and when it talks about the deaf, dumb, and blind, because I spend a lot of time sitting with people who say the Quran's a fairy tale and all this, and it really shines that sort of really opens up to me because of what sort of thing I'm in. So, and the most interesting part about Islam for me, what I really love to read about, is well, there's a few things, but I'm set on the principles like the 5 pillars of Islam and the 6 pillars of faith, and the Aqidah. I'm very interested in what stables you as a Muslim, what helps you do Dawa to help other people. I'm really interested in that sort of field. And inshallah, make dua for me that one day I can teach Aqidah to the youth and to people around me, because it's one of the main things that I'm really interested in. And I think if you can uphold your Tawheed and the oneness of God, and you can uphold your Aqidah, your 6 pillars of faith and stuff like that, this is your principle, and this is exactly what what we're missing in my life. So this is the structure. My life, I live my life round that sort of structure. So alhamdulillah. Who are the real terrorists? So the real terrorists are uh, the real terrorists are the media. The media is the real terrorists. The people in suits, you know, the ones who justify their actions. But alhamdulillah, what can we do? Allah has decreed what is decreed in it. Mine is Surah Al Dukan. Your brother from Al Huda Masjid. Alhamdulillah. Nice to see you on here, bro, man. Yes, yeah, I spent a lot of time at Al Huda Masjid, about 8 months. Alhamdulillah, Muhammad. Is there anyone in your family who is Muslim? Well, 2016. I don't know. I can't remember. My brother become Muslim. My stepsister become Muslim. Uh, but I don't. My brother's. May Allah Subhanahu wa Taala protect him and try and make him strong. Was there anyone? Isn't Tawheed one of the most beautiful words? Alhamdulillah. Yes. Well, monotheism is very important when you believe in the Creator, because it gives you structure on in your life. You know, following Tawheed, you know, you won't go wrong. Alhamdulillah. To believe it or not, when I first become Muslim, I was very very arrogant. May Allah Subhanahu wa Taala forgive me to the word Tawheed. I used to like pose an argument that, well, it doesn't say it in the Quran and it doesn't really say it in the Hadith, so where we're getting this word from. But now I've come to more you study and more you read, more you come to the understanding that Tawheed is a very wonderful thing to have in your life. And when you have the Ashhadu la ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah on your tongue every day, then you'll be happy, man. Alhamdulillah. MashaAllah, mine is Surah Ar-Rahman. Oh, the favour of your Lord. How can you deny the favour of your Lord? That's Surah Ar-Rahman, yeah, I'm sure it is. Alhamdulillah. And Surah Al-Baqarah 2, 5, 6 is there's no compulsion in religion. Yeah, Alhamdulillah. Inshallah, Kaya. Can I say my cats? Alhamdulillah, cats. Peace be with you, brother. Alhamdulillah, Jazakallah khairan. They are terrorizing me right now. Laugh out loud. Alhamdulillah. Happy for you, my brother. Alhamdulillah, mashallah. I'm sorry, but I just realized if I lived at home and my mother walked into me watching this, or even half of my city, with the dim light, Arabic, and talking about the terrorism of the media, they would be so concerned. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide them. Where do you live, Jake? Alhamdulillah, if you don't mind me asking. So Islam is not what they portray it, not what the people. I watch people and I think, why are you saying that? Where are you getting that from? And it baffles me. I can't watch many people because human beings baffle me, and I sometimes we've got to look at ourselves and we've got to condition ourselves before we go out there and start telling people what Islam is. That's for the non-Muslims and the Muslims and myself. I say that to myself because, you know, if you're not working on your nafs and you're not working on yourself, in yourself, you know, you're not, you know, you're gonna then go out and start teaching Islam to people. They will pick up on these vibes and stuff like that. So the problem with a lot of non-Muslims are arrogance. You know, ignorance can play a big part in, you know, anyone who can speak good English, they think that that's it. You know, that's a scary thing. You know, if you can speak good English. Oh yes, Jake. Sorry, bro. I know who you are now. My bad. My bad. Yeah. So if you can speak good English, like we have a guy at the park called Ralph, and because he speaks a little bit of the Queen's English, people listen to him and think, oh, he's a smart guy. But really, our brother Jordan absolutely taught him a new one. You know what I mean? So it's not about how you can speak. It's about actually what you've read, because before I was Muslim and stuff like that, and I spoke about Islam, I would have just used the what people have told me. But when people start asking you big questions, I get confused. Alhamdulillah. But now I've read. What non-Muslims are. Kaki, is that you? Salam. Walaikum salam, Safras. We've coming from the Middle East and Christianity replacing paganism in Europe. I think nationalists and Islamophobia should reject Christianity. Well, Christianity is built upon this emotional discourse so it's hard for people to like push it aside. It's just like the Quraysh when they followed the forefathers and stuff like that. There'll always be people who follow the desires rather than the Creator. Alhamdulillah. They blame the Muslimics and the Iraqi law. No way, not the Shakira law, man. How do you find the brothers in the park that give dawah? My perspective of the brothers that give dawah in the park is of many of my own opinions, but I don't like when brothers are giving good dawah and then the Muslims are there giving and then putting in with some stupid things that they say, alhamdulillah. When I go to the park, I try not to speak on the camera, man. It turns into a pantomime, People don't have real discourses with you. People don't have to share the real problems once the camera's on them. It turns to like this mash of emotion, and that's not my sort of cup of tea. So, but brother Asim, brother Mansour, brother Mohammed Ajab, I watch him a lot. Brother Shamsi, I watch Shamsi a lot. Anwar, one brother that I watch quite a bit because I like the way he talks about Islam. But my opinions on the park are not very. I wouldn't call that Islam there at all. I see a little bits of fruits here, there, and everywhere, but everywhere else, I'm like, I stay away, man. It's no good. It's no good for you. No good for your nafs, man. I don't agree with this. There's actually a few beautiful talks that have been destroyed by people butting in. It's not good, man. Alhamdulillah, man. It's when you see it with some of the ulama, and the ulama are telling you, man, the way how to do dawah and stuff like that, and then you go to the park and you're like, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. That's how you say it out there. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive our brothers in this dunya, What do you think about teaching young children of LGBT lessons here in the UK? Well, when is this question going to get posed to me? Everybody knows my opinion on this. I don't agree with it. 100%. I wouldn't have agreed with it if I wasn't Muslim. It's nothing to do with me being a Muslim. I don't think you should teach 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds about a sexual preference of some man and man or woman and woman. And you shouldn't be teaching about man and woman, because at the end of the day, they're 4 years old and they need to live, and you need to. They're not interested in all this. My nephew's 4 years old, man. I've watched him grow. He never once have I heard him ask me about any of this. It's the corruption. It's the corruption that we live under, unfortunately. And by 2020, they'll have the laws in. Astaghfirullah. May Allah forgive us. The problem is a lot of sorry, a bit slow, man. The problem with a lot of the non-Muslims is that they don't read and learn, but just listen to lies. That's what I did when I was a part of the EDL Safras. That's all I did. Wa alaikum salam, Isa, bro. Alhamdulillah. Muhammad Ajab, yes. Assalamu alaikum, Isa. I'd like to see you doing Dawa in the park. The reason that I don't do too much is because I know my. I used to be one of them people who was all full on. You know, when I first become Muslim, I wanted to teach everybody about Islam. But more you read, more like it shows you that you know you're not. When you're teaching Islam, it needs to come from the Quran and Sunnah. You know, we can't use our own. How do I put it? Your own desires, your whims and desires to teach Islam. Sometimes I would love to go to the top of the mountain and scream and shout, but you know, alhamdulillah. You know, maybe inshallah in the future, you know, watching Hamza, Imran, and Abbas and stuff like that in real life has helped me a lot. I did it, and yeah, I do a little bit of Dawa in Leeds, but I haven't really been doing it that much, to be honest with you. So yeah, I think it's a big step to take if you want to become a part of the Dawa. I think Isa Frimponi is very good at Dawa. I like to watch his ways and means. He's very good, alhamdulillah. I enjoy watching people with the Quran and Sunnah mindset. Is where I go. Let me see. Atun the Ekala. Oh no, I can't deal with Atun, bro. Man, oh, I can't. Have you read the Quran yet? Yeah, I read the Quran. I've read the Quran. I'm not bragging. I'm not bigging myself up, but alhamdulillah. But I'm on Surah Imran for the 5th time. So I've read. This is my 5th different translation. So I've read 5 different translations of the Quran, just to see what the differences are. Alhamdulillah. So yes, I'm on the 5th one. I'm reading Sheikh Abdullah Bewley's translation, English rendering translation. Don't know who Sheikh Abdullah Bewley is. Check him up. He's a revert. He become Muslim 45 years or something now. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Okay, yep. I was in London last week. I went to the park but didn't see anybody of the Dawa. Would be nice to meet and attend some of the discussion. Speakers corner is something completely alien to France. Alhamdulillah. I've been to France like 8 times as a kid. We went traveling and there. Yeah, I understand it. You know, they don't like us English. Yeah, walaikum salam, Jordan. I'm in the house. Big up, big up, big up. Walaikum salam, Jordan. You're right. I'm always in the house. Walaikum salam, brother Jordan. What son of Rasul do you love most? So the son of the Prophet ﷺ. So there's many. There's many. There's so much. There's so much. When you first become Muslim, you just think, oh, you know it all now. You know it all. You know you've said the shahada, but you don't know nothing. Come on. You know nothing, you know, and you're learning different sunnahs every day, you know. It's different. The sunnah that one of the main sunnahs of the Prophet. There's so many, man. Just the teachings that you know. It's just, and do you know what? I can't even put one down to a T because I do that many. I think one of the most humbling things is from the Sunnah for me is I'll give you an example. Jordan might not like this example, but when we was in Saudi, the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ when he ate, and when they give food in Muslims give food, you know, we've got to eat it and stuff like that. It's quite humbling because we come from a place where almost people don't even get fed sometimes, and we went to this sheikh's house, big sheikh from Haram. Me, Jordan, all of us went there. It was getting late. There was no food, and we were going to leave. But sitting around and eating with the brothers, passing your food, loving, just getting a buzz out of giving you food, getting a buzz out of just sitting with you and spending time with you, man. I can't explain that the feeling, because it's not just about the food. It's about, why do people? I was just shocked because I'm not used to that. Or there's so many things that the brothers have helped me with that I'm so shocked, and it's a part of the sun, and it's just, I can't even explain, man, that for the stuff that I've seen that's made me smile every time. Yeah, so I'm doing live. I come. Let me think, and I'll think about something, because there's something. Yes, I mean, welcome, salam, brother Jordan. Hamza verse Lauren Christ, and debate helped me a lot from coming back to Islam. Alhamdulillah, the greatest scholars are the knowers of Allah, were all time in fear of the seal upon their life. So at a certain point, it's good to focus on one's nafs and doing dawah. Alhamdulillah, that's a good one. Alhamdulillah, lovely oranges. Do you feel there's a lack of support from non-existent ummah for new reverts, selfishness and lack of solidarity towards new Muslims in need for strength for the community? Your impressions? Unfortunately, I'm going to say I've seen there's a big, massive problem with our communication towards the Muslims as well, because I think the Muslims feel like, oh, these new Muslims, coming with their arrogant self and thinking they own the religion, and it's not like that. I think people don't see past what's happening in reality. So we have a group on Facebook which is mainly for reverts, and I think it's somewhere to go and a safe space for some, because some of our brothers and sisters are going through a lot at home, because the families don't understand about Islam, and tell them they can't pray and stuff. I've got a brother. I know a guy who was not told his family is Muslim, and got caught praying and stuff like that. So alhamdulillah, I think there's a lot of challenges that comes to Muslims and new Muslims, and they need the support and they need the help. I do think there's a problem with some of our Muslim brothers and sisters with this. They're so disconnected from the reality. Some are just disconnected from reality and disconnected. They just think when you become Muslim, that's it. You're gonna start wearing jubba. You're gonna start doing everything. But one of the biggest problems is, this is from my own self. Yeah, and if I get it wrong, I get it wrong. But from my own self, when I first become Muslim, there was so much expectation on top of me that to wear this jubba, have the big beard, and I wasn't even praying, And one of the biggest letdowns to the people around me really was because I wore this jubba. I wore the jubba, I had the beard, but I wasn't praying. So what sort of person are you? What sort of Muslim are you? If you're wearing this stuff and you've got the beard, but you're not praying, and no one taught me really how to pray and how to do the Surah Al-Fatiha, and till about a year being a Muslim. But sometimes people shy away, think that they might push you into it as well. So, but I basically got one of the brothers took me in from the Leeds New Muslims. I just recently done a video and ended up teaching me about the Surah Al-Fatiha and how to pray. And inshallah, a full year of doing Fajr twice, Zuhur twice, Asr twice, Maghrib twice, and Isha twice. Done, inshallah. All that year I didn't pray. I've made them up, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept them. So Jordan being modest with his food, mashallah. The feeling in Saudi is unmatched. The people are amazing too. The feeling in Saudi is like no other, you know. Uh, there was a point in Saudi when I was thinking to myself, and I even mentioned it to Jordan and Imran, and that is that I'm just reflecting that a couple of years ago I was in the pub with a load of idiots shouting about bad things about Islam, and now I'm in Saudi, and alhamdulillah, you know, it made me think because you know it's crazy. Wa alaikum salam, Mohammed Nabil. Yes, alhamdulillah, Jordan, you did well in Saudi as well, bro. No, I think Saudi opened my out. Saudi opened my eyes. The people that I spent time with was amazing. Jordan, Martin, uh, Imran, Hamza, uh, Ibrahim, uh, you know, Vince from America came. Uh, Matt, Scouse Matt, Gormless Matt, Anas, Ayas. The people I spent time with in Saudi was you know made it for me, you know, alhamdulillah, you know. So that's what made it for me. Uh, alhamdulillah. The people when you've got good support around you, a good support network, you know, it's good. We've you know you've got, but you some going back to the point of the help for the new Muslims. Sometimes we've got to go out and do stuff ourselves. Like recently, I've helped out opening a new centre here, new Dawa centre, and all that. So sometimes you've got to go out and face your demons head on. Go out and ask people and tell people what we need in the community, and you know why is the cupboard not in English and stuff like that. You know we've got to go out and we've got to change them things. You can't just sit there and expect people to change it, man, because people are just set in their ways. Alhamdulillah. Uh, Walaikum salam, Hamid. Do you like traveling to different? Alhamdulillah, yes, I do like traveling. Saudi was amazing, but I'm going to enjoy my future because inshallah I'm going to Morocco and I'm going to Turkey and inshallah with my future wife, inshallah. So you know, so I do like traveling. I do like learning about other people's culture, even though sometimes the culture's not for me. Uh, isn't it crazy when you look back at your Jaleel days? I can't even explain, you know, the person I am now. I even can spell and speak a bit of English. I can spell a bit better and speak English probably. Yeah. Yeah, so Jaleel means ignorance. So back in the day before we was Muslim or I was Muslim, Antonius van Mildert, spiritual Jaleel. Uh, yes, I'm Dutch. Okay, me too. Alhamdulillah. How do you know the knowing? So basically, Speaker's Corner is a very, if you're looking to become Muslim or you're looking at Islam, I wouldn't advise brothers and sisters to go to Speaker's Corner. I'd advise you to speak to someone of. I'd advise you to go out for food and speak to Muslims in a better environment because down at the Speaker's Corner, you know, people go there and they're tuned in with whatever conversation they had before them. So if it was quite aggressive or if it was quite, they could come, and because we're human beings, could not be a good conversation. Yo, bros, hello. YouTube channel. How many non-Muslims are watching? Put one down. Okay, well, I'm sick with books and with translations. I need help with good teachings. Yes, you need to be sat down with people of knowledge and people of iman, because when people have got iman, a strong iman, and they've got strong ibadah, uh, and this is how you'll learn as well, because you can only read so many books, man. I've read a lot of books, and you need to be around the people as well, alhamdulillah. And you know me, I've been blessed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I've got good brothers around me. I've got the Dawa team around me. I'm well connected with Ayera, Sheikh Abdul Rahim Green, and many brothers that I can open up to. And it's just, alhamdulillah, that's just the way things have gone for me. Okay, well, mashallah, bro, we need to meet up, inshallah. Keep up the good work, alhamdulillah. Yes, I am at Speaker's Corner on Sunday, if anybody's going to be there, inshallah. By the way, I watched all Umrah videos, but the most thing makes me sad that most of the people you did meet in Saudi Arabia did not speak English in a perfect way, because in fact we had well, Mohammed, my opinion differs on that. Yeah, we're in Saudi Arabia. We should be speaking Arab more than they should be speaking English. And we can't go. I didn't go expecting them to speak English, alhamdulillah. But we had a good time, and there wasn't a problem that people couldn't. We had a translator with us anyway, so alhamdulillah. We can't expect, by the way, walaikum salam. I mean, young man. Walaikum salam, William, my good brother. How's it going, my brew man? Me and Will, we're brew drinkers. I am brew. Drink it. Don't forget me. Yes, me and Nissa will be traveling to. Sorry, Nissa, bro. Me and Nissa will be traveling to Speaker's Corner with another brother called Daniel, who's a part of the Dawa group as well. Alhamdulillah. Walaikum salam, Adele. William. We are traveling on in alhamdulillah. We're traveling in a car on Sunday, so because of my brother Nisa, is looking after me on Sunday, looking after us. Actually, brother Nisa is he's given me this idea for this name, Come to Success, alhamdulillah. And alhamdulillah, make some dua for Nisa, man. He's a good brother, alhamdulillah. Back to the Walaikum salam. Back to the Speaker's Corner. Assalamu all the convert brothers and sisters are inspiration for us born Muslims. Inshallah, I hope Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guides all our brothers and sisters to follow the Quran and Sunnah, and not follow the whims and desires, and not play the but game. Alhamdulillah. I was going to the masjid every time, but they are supporting stoning Sharia, so I had conflicts with them, and now deaf everything group, alhamdulillah. You see, this is I can't imagine them supporting stoning in the Netherlands, they've got their own laws, they follow the law of the land. When you're following the Sharia, is the easy option. I mean, Isa, that we understand English here in Egypt, for example, so no stranger, no. Alhamdulillah, may Allah bless the brothers and sisters who learn how to speak English. I feel every day like seeing death around the corner. Alhamdulillah. And so may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you strength, bro. Stick with the truth, bro, man, because this is the only thing that will help you. Just focus on what you need as an individual. Mm. Do I support stoning? This is a controversial, like, sort of topic. You know, it's not about whether you support stoning or you don't support stoning. When it comes to, you know, it's mainly about. It's like this is the, these are I can't even say it. Harsh punishments for they're put there as deterrents. If you read about the Sharia and about the laws implemented, uh, if you read things about the Sharia, uh, you'll see that the many places that are put that many harsh punishments that are put in place, they are basically as a deterrent to stop. Yeah, it doesn't say stoning in the Quran though, bro. Anyway, let's. I'm not here to go through. I'm not a teacher in this field, Sharia, and I'm not a Sharia teacher, Alhamdulillah. So, Antonius, I advise you, bro, is to seek someone of knowledge, someone who knows what they're actually talking about. Because whatever I say good is from Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. Whatever I say bad, uh, is from me myself. Alhamdulillah. Exactly. So yeah. So basically, let's not go into this. This is one thing I try to avoid. Is this? I, yes, but I can tell you loads of fruitful stories and make you feel better about yourself. It doesn't mean I've got any knowledge, bro. It doesn't mean I'm giving you the sources from the Quran and Sunnah. So Alhamdulillah, may Allah bless you, bro. And you just there'll be someone of knowledge who can help you in this field. Netherlands is not an Islamic country. Sharia law is more for Islamic countries. People who wish to live in the Sharia law should live in the Islamic country where it is in effect. Yeah, I don't think you should beat yourself up over these little topics, man. If you're telling me, if you're seeing these bad things on from words, and I don't think you should beat yourself up. I think you should. This is my personal opinion. Concentrate on your Iman, your Akida, the way perfecting your prayer, perfecting your fasts, perfecting giving to charity, trying to make money to go to Hajj, trying to perfect these before we start thinking about what other people are actually saying when it comes to this Sharia. If you're not living in a Sharia land, you know, you just live by the law of the land and pray your 5 prayers a day. Don't try not to go into haram, into major sin. Alhamdulillah, we all sin, but I mean, most bounds will forgive us all, yeah. I'm glad this live stream, bro. May Allah bless you. I mean, exactly like Ben. We're waiting for yours, Ben. So many different variables and punishments, bit unfair to nail it down to a simple question: do you support stoning or not? Yeah, that's exactly lashes are for a non-man. No. What is your plan for the summer? I'm going Pakistan. Inshallah, I'm getting married. Inshallah. So that's my plan. I want to be traveling to Morocco, Turkey, inshallah. Inshallah. Adele, exactly. Shaitan is messing with your head. Follow your 5 pillars. What what the Muslims, both ex-reverts and in heritage Muslims, need to raise their spirituality, not ask if we should shave or want to just clip the mustache. uh, I think these small little things that distract our minds from the reality of the 5 pillars, and it's uh, inshallah, inshallah. What do you think of Muslims in the park that are mocking and slandering and insulting and misbehaving and know things have calmed down since Maudine and Omar have gone? What advice would you give? Alhamdulillah. The advice I'd give is stay away from these brothers. I know my brother Jordan loves to uh, be good friends with them and stuff, but my advice is to my advice is to stay away from this. Uh, it plays an effect of who you are when you're with people like that as well. So you know, stay away from this, man. This is not the way of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's not the way of the Sahaba. Try to live like the Sahaba and try to do the best you can, man. But I try to have respect for these, even the worst of the worst Christians. Try to have respect for them. These missionaries down there, man, they just need some help, man. But I've got a lot of respect for a guy called Jason Burns, and I get on with him. I have a laugh with him. It just shows Dawa in action can be better than the way some people talk sometimes. Alhamdulillah. I don't catch your live video of the last night, brother Jordan, but I watched it today. Do whatever you can do the best of your ability and leave the rest to Allah. Muhammad Nabil. That's Walaikum Salam, Safran, Iqbal. SubhanAllah. Yes, our wedding party, inshallah. Thanks for the other response. Everyone can't write that fast though. Mabarak for your marriage. Inshallah. Cool, you're getting married. I am getting married, inshallah. I've never heard so in the Quran. It's not in the Quran. It's not in the Quran, stoning. Please, someone invite me to the wedding. Thanks. Walaikum salam, bro. Big up more Dizzle. Walaikum salam, nice. 5 pillars have a direct impact on your Islam. Trimming the beard and small stuff doesn't, in essence. 5 pillars. If you're not following if you don't know the 5 pillars off by heart, then why are you even thinking about the mustache? What's up, Jordan? It's George. I'm yo, bro. It's Georgie Porgy. Hey, George. And your brother Jordan. You don't want to get. Assalamu alaikum, bro. Me and my bro were just watching Dean's show video of you from Alhamdulillah. Walaikum salam, bro. Yes, I did a video with brother Eddie from the Dean show. If you haven't watched it, go to the Dean show, bro, man. And to be honest with you, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive me. I didn't really watch his stuff, but then when I met him, he's a fantastic brother. Alhamdulillah. I've got to sit down with some very nice Muslim, very knowledgeable Muslim brothers, and that's why I take a lot of knowledge from them, inshallah. And I see, for example, Mufti Menk with good recitations, but 4 witnesses stoning. I don't know Arabic. Bless your wedding, by the way. I think Antonius you're getting too worked up and too involved in this narrative of this stoning thing. When you look at the Sharia, the punishments are like 5% of the Sharia. Everything else is to do with your prayer, to do with everything else. I think taking the 5% and looking at it like that, man, you're gonna go mad. Alhamdulillah. Chicken biryani at the wedding. Chicken biryani at the wedding. Inshallah. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Jordan. Antonius. The conditions are virtually impossible to meet, but there is stoning in Islam. Yes. Yes, if you can meet the 4 witnesses and whatever else goes on, whatever the mission is to get that, then Alhamdulillah, it's very. How old are you, brother? Alhamdulillah, I am getting old, man. 26 days. 26 days. I am 30 years old. I don't celebrate really my birthday since I become Muslim. I tend to not, but because it's my 30th, my mum wants to get me something, so She's going to get me the full set of Bukhari. So the full 9 volumes of Al-Bukhari in English and Arabic, alhamdulillah. So, alhamdulillah, I will have the full set of Sahih Al-Bukhari. I'm guessing you're at 41, still young. Pre-bus pass soon. That's what you'll get, George, if you carry on the way you're going, man. You'll be needing one of them Zimmer frames. After what I see over there. If you know someone in the Netherlands who can teach me, let me know. That not ISIS rules, you know. Alhamdulillah. I'm sure. Are you looking forward for Ramadan? Do you feel it will be different for you this year, other than the past Ramadans? Man. Ramadan is the best time of year for me. Everyone's in the mosque. Everyone's in the mosque. Everyone's happy. You know, I've never seen, but Ramadan's really going to be good for me because I know more. I know how to prepare. I know how to prepare better every year. Every year you learn something new, and this year I'm going to prepare better than last year, and that's so. Yes, alhamdulillah, it's going to be different this Ramadan. Of course, it's not going to be that much different though. Inshallah, brother Jordan from Leeds spends a lot of time with me again, inshallah. And you know, we do what we did last year, and because it's going to be my last Ramadan without my future wife, inshallah. So enjoy it while you can. Have you heard of Imran Jean Michael? I have, yes. He was former Front National in France and reverted to Islam. He revealed that a lot of manipulations and hypocrisy in the nationalists. Yes, yes, Antonios, go to the masjid. Brother Ishmael, you're going to do itikaf. Remind me what that word means again. Itikaf. Someone remind me, please. What is your favourite hobby? Football, Jawad. Football. But do you think, Brother Isa, what was unfortunately happened in New Zealand can make the people of New Zealand looking and searching real Islam? This is yes, I understand that. 1 minute, I'll answer that in a minute. The stuff like this, it wakes people up a bit, but this is the reality. Yeah, the reality is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guides and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala misguides. So whether these things happen, they're from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's a lot of positives that came from the martyrs of the New Zealand attack. So there was a lot of people from the understanding of Islam. You go as a martyr, you go straight to paradise. Alhamdulillah. So you know, if you're up on Tawheed, and you know, sometimes you just wish that you was a part of that, you was in there to get, you know, that station of paradise, inshallah. But and yes, it has woke people up, but still, it doesn't need these things to happen for people to start looking into Islam. You know, before that happened, there was still, you know, people are waking up, people are asking questions. I mean, I was giving here in Leeds, we're giving out over 200 Qurans per week. Alhamdulillah, what's that? Nearly 1,000 a month. Yeah, maybe some of them are just going on bookshelves, and some of them are, but some of them may go in the bin, or maybe people are just grabbing it for no reason. But alhamdulillah, you've got to look at it this way. Out of them 200 that we was giving out a week, if one person reads it, you know, alhamdulillah, and becomes Muslim, it wasn't because of me giving them that Quran. It was because of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided them to that Quran, and we're just doing the work for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that's what I'm trying to say. So, and many more. And then you need to go to Rotterdam. Hi, God, I don't know, need to ask permission to send, but I don't know how to do that. Yes, spending 10 days. I have not done that yet, inshallah. You know, I might make an intention to do this, inshallah, because it's something that needs to be done. You know, the good benefits. 3 days in the masjid. Why tough? What is it? Marriage definition is it to solve problems you would never add to few days. Nope, 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 nope. But try out Ishmael knowledgeable. But, what football team do you support? When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high. I'm a Liverpool fan. Come on, Liverpool. Do you think in westernized countries there is different perception of Islam? More peaceful version as we have? Nope, nope. I don't believe that, George. I do not believe that. I think Islam is more demonized here, and it's more there's more spreading of false hadith and people putting different words in the hadith, and then Brother George sending me them and saying what's this, and alhamdulillah, you know, the Western opening the free media and stuff has more of effect on Islam and demonizing it, rather than when I went to Saudi Arabia. I've never seen anything like it, alhamdulillah. I can't explain. I have Facebook, Antonius. Liverpool, yes, that's it, Yusra. Football is a ram. Nissa, let's have a Jordan says it's a ram, yeah. Jordan says it's a ram, but giving out fatwas about football is not a good idea, Nissa. And it's not a good idea for Jordan to give out fatwas. I'd love to see some of the ulama speak about football. Alhamdulillah. Okay, after your 10 days, you will not want to leave. You will feel different spiritually. Spend your 10 days properly. Alhamdulillah. Good man, Liverpool fan. You're my best new Muslim. Alhamdulillah. Liverpool, 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 Liverpool. Let me get a drink, man. Compatible with Islam. Speak about New Zealand, because people around the world think that Islam is the religion of Arab people, but in fact 80% of Muslims not Arab. It's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. But the problem is, yeah, is that's how it's taught. So you have the Pakistanis teaching that it's a Pakistani religion, and you've got the Arabs speaking like it's an Arab religion. But that's not how the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught Islam. Islam was for mankind, humanity. You know, so unfortunately, some of these people, they teach it and like it's their own. And I've heard many of the brothers say, well, there was a video recently about Brother Jordan. He referred to Islam as our religion, meaning our, as in he's coming to our religion, as if to say it's his religion, alhamdulillah. But that is not how the Prophet ﷺ taught this principle. It's for everybody, anybody, white, brown, black, blue, pink, Chinese, Indonesian, everywhere, the world, alhamdulillah. White, ginger, mainly for us gingers. So yeah, alhamdulillah, it's just human beings. It's human beings that, you know, most of these people have problems with Islam and stuff like that. It's because of the human beings. You know, it's the human beings that have have tarnished the way of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But if you read, all you have to do is read, man. Anybody, any non-Muslim here, if you read the Quran, read the Quran, and you read the story of the story of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and then with an open heart, you'll never say these things that come out of your mouth anymore, man. It's simple. But they also showed me another book that was also the Quran. That's what he said. He shouldn't have done that because some of the Arabs were also the first to fight against Islam. Yes, of course, the Quraysh, Islam for all mankind and jinn kind. Alhamdulillah, everyone is born a Muslim, suggest. Yes, that's because of the word Muslim. Now, I wouldn't say that to somebody who's not a Muslim, because to them it sounds like arrogance, but it's just the way I am. But yeah, because of the term and the fitra, yeah, you can say that. I'm supposed to a good argument on EF Dawa about that. So really, it should be an easy version. There is only one Quran, Antonius. It seems to. Some funny characters. I only have the Quran and a book about the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Quraysh, they had the perfect Arabic tongue, for instance. Some were fierce against Islam. Yes, Jordan didn't like football. I like Real Madrid. I'm Liverpool. Jordan makes some good valid points about the football culture and the alcohol and the swearing and stuff like that. Yeah. But he's not going from the principle. So he says, like he said, football's not haram, but the people around it are haram. You could use that as an argument, but not really, because I'd say people who follow Islam, they do haram. So alhamdulillah, of course, Islam. I hope we win the league, inshallah, Jawad, inshallah. So some ulamas say football is the. Yeah, some ulamas are better than but that don't surprise me at all. If ulamas say that, but it is what it is. If it brings people together, for good reasons, for social being, I don't really see the problem with it. But I've gave up an hell of a lot of stuff, and it's just the last thing I've got. Alhamdulillah. Football. Yeah, the smartphone, the cars now, with all that technology. Yeah. Well said, George. You get the point, George. Brother Isa, I'm very proud of you, and it's good motivation for me to see a brother like yourself. Alhamdulillah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you, bro, and keep you strong in this deen, bro, because, you've got anyone who's born Muslim from a family brought up with Ramadan, prayer. Alhamdulillah, you've been blessed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Believe me, believe Ben, believe all the people who have become Muslim. Believe them when they tell you you've been blessed. Alhamdulillah. Double standards. Don't judge Islam by Muslims. So why judge football by fans? Well said, George. Alhamdulillah. That's my point on the football. You said it there, bro. Isa, it's been a pleasure. I'm off to bed. I'm an old man now, 30 this year as well. Alhamdulillah. Wa alaikum salam rahmatullahi barakatuh. Benny, you've been a pleasure, bro. It's been beautiful. It's been emotional. Yes, it is. That is George Yasmin. But in one way, I think I'm different than you. Did you ever see Iblis or other jinns? Because I have, and I know. No, I haven't. Problem in Morocco, cafes full to watch football games. That's Azan, yes. That's a big problem. That's when it becomes fitna. Some have 3 eyes and some have 2 eyes. I'm trying, Antonis. I can only give you names right to go. Stay strong, brother Chris, and I pray to Allah He gather us in paradise. Alhamdulillah wa alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. bro. Well, alhamdulillah. Oh wow, alhamdulillah. Oh, oh, sorry about this. Tired. 15 more minutes and then I'll call it a night, inshallah. Any more questions? Feel free to ask. Or if you want me to speak about a topic on anything, as long as it's not. Yasmin, no, no, no. So if anyone's got any questions, man, I'm willing to answer. Or we can go back to the. We can go back to the. Brother Isa, are you in a WhatsApp Dawa group? Yes, I'm in many Dawa groups. Yeah, I am. Alhamdulillah. I come in peace. Would you one day for all UK to become Muslim country? Nah, Nisa. You know this is a. I'm happy. I'm me personally. I'm happy with the way things are. You know, as long as we stand up against Islamophobic tendencies like they did against the anti-Semitic, then I don't see there's any problem with us living in this society as we are. Because you know, some people, are not Muslim here, and you know they don't want to be Muslim, but they understand us and they respect us. So, alhamdulillah, if we can live alongside people like we are doing, along with Christians and the Jews and the non-Muslims, atheists and stuff, then I'm happy to live like that. So, I don't think it's about coming. And me personally, I've never read anything from the Prophet Muhammad what tells us to come into someone else's land and to take over it and make that more like I've read stuff like live inside of people, live outside of people in peace, and you know feed them neighbours and stuff. I've seen all that, but I haven't seen this notion of going into other people's countries and especially non-Muslim countries and making it and forcing Sharia up on them. I've never seen that. So alhamdulillah. I have to go to bed. It's too late here in Egypt. Salam alaikum, brothers, and I'm really happy to listen to Norman like you, brother Isa, brother Jordan, and the Lion of Dawa. Alhamdulillah, Muhammad. Wa alaikum salam. Top 5 languages you learn. Arabic, and English. That's it for me, man. It's hard enough. Yeah, Arabic's hard enough. Sound like an alien, George. What do Westerners believe about Israel Arab war? Yeah, I'm not really. I'll be honest with you. When it comes to this Israel, I'm really arrogant to it. When I study, I have to study about one specific thing. I can't read 2 books at the same time, 3 books at the same time, or read this. I've got to stick with that topic. So, alhamdulillah, I'm really I'm arrogant to this Israel Arab war and stuff like that, and what's happening in other countries. I am. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive my brain sometimes has to concentrate on my prayers and how I'm going to get to Jannah al Firdaus is probably what I've been concentrating on more than other things. Alhamdulillah. Arabic, they call them. No, I think tough question. True. Islam before Arabs. It's the religion of all prophets. Alhamdulillah. Totally agree. You do not guide who you love, but Allah guides whom He wants. Alhamdulillah. We don't know what's going on with our government. How are we going to figure out this? Bro, man. This is, George, political. I'm not into politics. You know me. I've never voted in my life. I never will. I never will vote, and I never will. So, politics is not my forte. But either way, man, they're both gonna give us the same anyway. So, uh, so well said. What is your favorite animal? I have fish tanks, which I keep tropical fish, which is my hobby. Alhamdulillah. Wait for you in Saudi next Umrah. Alhamdulillah. Inshallah that I get to come back to Saudi soon. You overdue it. You overdue it with the alhamdulillahs, but alhamdulillah for you being in the Humma. One can never say enough alhamdulillahs, alhamdulillahs. Yeah, but alhamdulillah. On the screen, it looks like I'm drinking with my left hand, but it's my right hand. Stay out of politics. It's not worth crying over and engaging. Just stay alert. Alhamdulillah. I know someone that feeds his fish cat food. Yeah, they'll eat fish will eat anything that you feed them. Fish eat fish. So if a fish dies in the fish tank, the fish eat it. It's just the way they are. So, carp, dog biscuits, and well, yeah. So, how old and tall are you, bro? Are you as tall as Jordan? Do you know what? Yeah, okay. I'll be honest with you. When you stand as alt, you stand me, John Fontaine, and Jordan, and me. How would you know, Karima? We are quite tall, but brothers. Two ginger white reverts, and one pretty boy, boys zone Backstreet Boy brother with Jordan. I fly fish for trout and salmon. Also by yes, I'm 6 foot. I'm 6 foot. I think Jordan's about 6'2". What are my favourite books? Why didn't I climb that? I think you know why. You see how struggling Hamza was. I wouldn't have made it up there. This is it. Yeah, end of the. I can't even just try to describe why I didn't go. My body was in bits. I'm a bit. I've lost 2 stone since now. I'm still working hard to lose weight, but my body was in bits after the Tawaf, and I was even running on the Mount Safar, and my body was in bits by the time that it was the last day of the week. Before we were traveling home, they decided to go to that Mount of the Light, and alhamdulillah. I think you know why. So, alhamdulillah. Yes, Sufan. Wa alaikum salam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala get you up for the for Fajr, for some breakfast. My favourite book. My favourite. I'll show you my favourite book. Books. All right. I'll show you this. Oops, that's my. This is one of my favourite books. Explanation of Creed. If you've not read this, this explains how to live as a Muslim. Then, The Fundamentals of Tawheed by Dr. Bilal Phillips. If you know who Dr. Bilal Phillips is, alhamdulillah, this is a good book. Then 40 hadiths, alhamdulillah, this, if you haven't got this, beautiful. And there, right now, there, I read them over and over and over and over again. They're just some of the books that I've read. I've got loads, alhamdulillah. Fasting Monday and Thursday, like the sunnah, helps. Just make sure your intention for fasting is not to lose weight, but for the sake of losing weight. You just, yeah. You said I was blessed that I was brought up in a Muslim environment or household, and you are right. However, you may grow up in a cultural un-Islamic environment, but my point of view, my point of view with is at least you still got the foundations. Like, so basically, you'd have been brought up praying, inshallah. I'm not saying every born Muslim were brought up praying, but I'm just saying in a good sense that you'd have been brought up praying. You'd have had a little bit of teaching and a little bit of understanding. Where when I come to Islam, even though Allah Subhanahu wa Taala was give us the double rewards for trying, we struggle a little bit more because we're grown adults and our brains a bit pants. Guidance is from Allah, and sincere are best blessings. This is what I found through my journey is more likely to accept guidance. But one thing, yeah, is that I've noticed that a lot of the born Muslims, they tend to go through like a process of coming back to Islam, like coming back to the Quran and Sunnah, because they kind of drift away. It could be the social norms, could be up to do with the people around them, and that's what happens. Alhamdulillah. I will try to buy them, inshallah. They're just free books of I picked up, but I've got loads. I've got loads of sitters of the Prophet and what I read. Looks like an almighty ice. Who needs a doctor? Well, walaikum salam, Yusra. Alhamdulillah. I'm gonna call it a night anyway. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's like 1 minute 30 seconds before it's an hour and 30 minutes, which the intention was to do. But just one more thing, guys. Saturday night, 9 o'clock, me and Jordan will be doing a live stream on Come to Success. And it'll be, is Islam compatible with the West? So if you're not subscribed to Jordan M, please hit him a sub and a like and whatever, and watch his videos, because he is very good with his little talks and stuff, and alhamdulillah. A wise man once was asked, how do you keep your iman so strong? He said, I stain it with sins and was it with repentance. Alhamdulillah. Yep, Yasmin is Jordan's sister. So it's Jordan M and Yazzie B. Brothers and sisters. Alhamdulillah. So basically, we will be doing that live stream. Is Islam compatible with the West? Jordan, I think we're going to try get an extra speaker in, someone who's got a little bit more knowledge than me and Jordan, just to keep us on the straight and narrow. So, alhamdulillah, inshallah, we can get someone in. So basically, alhamdulillah, jazakallah khairan. Yeah, I will message Isa from Pony because yeah, that's a good idea actually, that Jordan, and maybe yeah, he could come in and he knows Arabic a little bit better than everything. So alhamdulillah, I'll give him a message, Jordan, anyway. So no, 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 no. No, we'll stick with Isa or Hamza. If Hamza can come in for the last hour or so, just as a special guest, that would be nice, Jordan. Alhamdulillah. Or our brother Abbas or our brother Imran. So yeah, we could we could ask. I know. I don't even know who Reactionary he is. I've seen him a few times on them thingy, but I don't know. I don't know his credentials, or I've never really know who he is. No, we'll ask Isa and we'll ask Hamza and or Imran or Abbas to come in for the last hour and summarise what we were speaking about. That sounds like a good idea. So we'll stick with me, Jordan, and Isa to start off with for the first hour. Then the second hour we'll try and get a special guest on who can summarise with a bit more knowledge than us, inshallah. So it'll finish with a bang. It'd be good if Hamza could, but inshallah. Okay. I'm going to go now, guys. Jazakallah khairan for coming. Jazakallah khairan for coming in, listening to me babble on. I'll try to do this a live show once a week, inshallah. And we'll go through these conversations. Wa alaikum salam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless the Ummah, bless everybody who's been in here tonight. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring success upon the people of Dawa and the people who are trying to bring goodness to Islam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring a man up on the people who are struggling right now. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide the people who hate Islam to loving Islam. Alhamdulillah. Wa alaikum salam.